This is for men over 40 who are tired, not just physically tired, but tired of feeling disconnected, overwhelmed, and like they've lost touch with who they actually are. If you're watching this, there's a good chance that life is pretty full right now, full of responsibility, full of pressure, full of other people's needs. And somewhere in the middle of all that, you've started to wonder, when did I stop feeling like myself? Maybe you're in a leadership role, you're the one that people look to, the one that's supposed to have all the answers, to hold it together, to keep moving forward. And you do, you keep moving forward. But the cost of that is starting to show up. Maybe it's in your sleep, maybe it's in your relationships, in that low hum of tension that you carry around in your chest that you've almost forgotten isn't normal. So this is for men over 40 who are feeling the weight of that, men who are stressed, stretched, and quietly disconnected from the people around them and from themselves. Men who are high functioning on the outside and running a little bit empty on the inside. If that's you, you're totally in the right place. My name's Jason Partington, and this is the 7 Day Decompress. This is like a free offering I've put together for men who are ready to stop, to breathe, and to give something back to themselves. What I want to do is introduce you to today to something simple, not a system, not a program, not just another thing to optimize or to complete, but it's an invitation to stop, to pause, and to sit in silence, and to actually listen to what's happening inside of you. That might sound a little bit confronting, it might sound boring, it might sound like the last thing a busy man needs. But I want to offer you a different frame. Silence is not empty, it's full of answers. And the men who learn to access that, who build the practice of going inward more, are the ones who show up better everywhere else in life, as leaders, as fathers, as partners, and as human beings. The 3 meditations in this challenge came from a live event that I created called 1 Million Meditations. It was held as part of World Meditation Day. That event brought thousands of people together from around the world to stop, sit, and meditate, all at the same time. These are just 3 meditations from an entire series that came out of that day, and now I'm going to share them with you for free as a way to drop in and give back to yourself. Now, I want to talk briefly about why meditation is essential and why it matters, especially for men carrying around a high stress load. When we're under pressure, our nervous system kicks into gear. The body floods with cortisol, and we go into problem-solving mode. We become reactive, guarded, and tight. And that's useful in short bursts, but most of us are living in that state almost constantly. And the body, your body, was not designed to run that way. Over time, chronic stress affects everything. Your cognition, your emotional regulation, your physical health, your capacity for joy and fulfillment, for connection, for genuine presence. Meditation is not a luxury. For men in positions of responsibility, it is not only maintenance, it's essential. It is the discipline of recharging your system deliberately, regularly, consciously. Research is clear on this. Even short, consistent practice lowers cortisol, improves focus, reduces anxiety, and builds emotional resilience. But beyond the science, there's something more personal at stake here. Most men I know have never been taught to sit with themselves, to be still, to listen inward and to their intuition. And when you start doing that, something massively shifts. You start making better decisions. You start responding instead of reacting. You start feeling things again in a way that doesn't overwhelm you, but actually grounds you. And that's what this practice can do when you do it consistently. So let's talk about the 3 meditations in this challenge that I've chosen. The first one is a body scan meditation. And this is your starting point because the body is always the doorway. When we're stressed, we live in our heads. We're up there spinning, planning, worrying, rehearsing. We lose contact with the physical experience of being alive. The body scans brings you back. It's a simple guided practice that moves your awareness slowly through the body, from your feet to the crown of your head, inviting each part to soften, to release, to let go. Bit by bit, no force, no fixing. What we're doing is using the body to lead the mind into stillness. But when the body relaxes, genuinely relaxes, the mind follows it. It doesn't have a choice. It just goes there. By the end, you'll be in a quiet, open, resting state. And the invitation is to just simply sit there, to breathe, to be. That's it. That's the whole practice. And for a lot of men, that might be, the first time that they've really rested in a very, very long time. The second meditation is a breath meditation. Once the body is settled, we deepen the practice. Now the focus moves to the breath. The breath is remarkable because it's both automatic and conscious. It's always happening. Both when we choose to notice it, it becomes a powerful anchor, and in this meditation, you bring your full attention to how you breathe, the rise and the fall of the chest or the belly, the sensation of air moving, the rhythm of inhale and exhale. And what happens when you focus on the breath with real attention is that everything else starts to quieten down. Thoughts still come, that's normal. That's the mind doing what it normally do, but gradually as you stay with the breath, it starts to dissolve into the background. And what's left underneath the breath, underneath the thoughts, is silence. Deep, alive, awake silence. This is what meditators call simply being, not doing, not achieving, not performing, just being here, fully here. And I'll tell you, when you touch that state, even briefly, it is one of the most satisfying things a human being can experience. A fullness that doesn't come from anything outside you. The third and final meditation is a metta meditation, sometimes called a loving kindness meditation. This one is different. This one goes into the heart. Metta is like an ancient practice rooted in Buddhist tradition, and it's focused on cultivating unconditional compassion, first towards yourself and then extending outwards to the people in your life and eventually to all beings. It uses gentle phrases and inner visualization, and it moves in layers from the inside out. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. That doesn't sound like it might be for me. I get it. Most men are not raised to practice self-compassion. We were taught to push through, toughen up, keep on going. But here's what I know to be true. Men who carry the weight of leadership, of family, of responsibility, money, often carry it without ever refilling it. You're pouring it out. You're giving, you're showing up, you're carrying it, and you rarely, if ever, let anything back in. Metta is the practice of letting it back in. And it is, I mean in this, one of the most beautiful and deeply nourishing experiences that you can give yourself. It fills something up that most of us didn't even know was empty, and it spills over into how you treat your people, how you handle pressure, how you love, how you live life. So these three meditations, three doorways into the same essential thing: a body that can rest, a mind that can be still, a heart that can stay open. You don't need to be experienced. You don't need to be spiritual. You don't need to clear your mind of the calm before you start. You just need to show up, press play, and follow along. Now, each meditation is 20 minutes, but here's what I want you to know. You don't have to do all 20 minutes, not at first. Feel free to do as much as you feel called to do. Start with just 5 or 10 minutes. Get comfortable with that. Work your way up to 10 or 15. There's no pressure, no performance, just practice. And practice is the key word here. My recommendation is this: put aside 7 days, 1 meditation a day, rotate through the 3, see what lands, notice what each one does to you. If you feel called to do 2 a day, but even 1 is enough. What you're building is a sense of what it feels like to drop in daily, to have a personal practice that's yours, something consistent, something that belongs to you. 7 days, 1 meditation, see what shifts. The world will wait, it can wait. So welcome to the 7 Day Decompress. I'm glad you're here. Let's get started.